Okay, good morning everybody. Please stand of the welcoming of the official party. Mr. Wanus, Mr. Yeldon, Chairman Dr. Asood, Sheikh Jundi, Principal Mr. Foraker, Leadership Team, Mr. Ayub, Mr. Nanul, Ms. Yusan Maz. Thank you all. Please be seated. I'd like to welcome you all to the Year 12 Graduation Assembly for 2020. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to Sheikh Jundi, Dr. Asood, to our Principal, Mr. Foraker, our leadership team, our staff, our students, our parents watching this on live stream, and of course our guests of honour, our graduating Year 12 students for 2020. Welcome to you all. We recognise this is a little different from previous years, but it's certainly no less significant to any other year. Normally we would have a hall full of parents, special guests, a lot more students sitting here in front of me. Nevertheless, I know you're all out there watching this on live stream with anticipation. We hope that you all enjoy today's proceedings, even though you may not be here with us this morning. To begin proceedings, I'd like to call upon Mr. Nanul to announce the graduating class of 2020.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning to my fellow colleagues, our lovely students, and to our virtual family. I would now like to announce the graduates of 2020. Obey Abdul Rahman. Lilian Ali. Musa Ali. Lara Asood. Ali Ayash. Alia Shama. Caroline Daha. Elissa Daha. Mohammed Darwich. Sulsan Dargan. Jamil Durbas. Hassan El-Kabu. Yasmin El-Mazri. Lena El-Mohammed. Hannah Hamid. Jasmine Hamden. Hassan Hassan. Jafar Hassan. Layla Hassan. Zainab Hassan. Koda Ibrahim. Mohammed Ibrahim. Ronya Ibrahim. Yusuf Ibrahim. Ibrahim Isa. Valentina Kajajo. Jessica Mahmood. Mehsen Majzoub. Noura Mohammed. Diana Mustafa. Jacob Mustafa. Angelina Saleh. Zakaria Saleh. Ali Suleiman. Noura Suleiman. Ala Wassouf. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2020, Sadiq College.
Thank you, Mr. Nano, and congratulations, Year 12. Next, I'd like to call upon Mr. Manus to lead us in prayer. Mr. Manus.
Good morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear Year 12 student, after a short time, you will leave this school to either attend a place of higher learning or to enter workforce. Regardless, you will be constantly seeking knowledge to build your future in a better life. Your study has a purpose. The purpose is to seek knowledge, serve your Australian homeland, and serve humanity without discrimination. Dear students, humanity has immortalized the electrician Benjamin Franklin, Dr. Pasteur, the discoverer of penicillin that cured millions of people and ended their suffering. The world immortalized Madame Curie that split the atom. The world immortalized Euclid and Pythagoras. Their bodies are worn out. Their bodies are worn out, but their work still serves humanity. They are the surviving absentees, alive with their deeds. Imam Ali alayhi salam, in one of his speech addressed to Kumail bin Ziyad as follows: "Those who amass wealth are dead, even though they may be living, while those who endowed with knowledge will remain as long as the world lives. Their bodies are not available, but their figures exist in the hearts." Dear Year 12, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I pray to the Lord Allah, the One, the Absolute, who begets not, nor he begotten, and there is none comparable to him. I am asking my Lord to bestow your mercy upon you, our Year 12 student, and to secure success in your study, exam, and your future endeavor. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين والحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله. God bless you all. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wanus, and God bless you also. Next, I'd like to invite Ms. Yusanmaz to the microphone to read the College Creed. I'm sorry, that would be the acknowledgement to country.
We respectfully acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which we stand, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. We pay respect to the elders both past, present and the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yusanmaz. In a few seconds, I'm going to ask the Assembly to please stand for the Australian National Anthem. I'd like to ask you that you do not sing the National Anthem, just listen to it with pride. Do not sing. Please be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem. Thank you all. Please be seated. It certainly was worth the wait. We got 2 verses. It's also certainly extraordinary times when I'm asking you not to sing the Australian anthem, but that's what it is. Next, I'd like to invite Mrs. Dayib to read the College Creed.
We acknowledge that our college was built by the founding fathers and mothers of the Muslim Alawite community and was brought into existence to serve the community by providing high quality education based on Muslim values and teachings. We acknowledge the college's values of respect, wisdom, compassion and faith, and we seek to see them reflected in the lives of all who participate in the life of our college. We acknowledge our pride in the college's Arabic culture and heritage, and also our desires to contribute positively to society as proud Australian citizens.
Thank you, Mr. Dayib. Next, I'd like to invite our school captains and vice captain to the microphone, Rania Ibrahim and Lara Asud, to present the school gift. Year 12, it'd probably be more appropriate if you all faced the stage. So if you could just turn your chairs around, that'd be great. Thank you. Girls?
We would like to present the school graduation gift. Year 12 would like to donate $1,050 to go towards new prayer mats for the school. We hope this gift will be beneficial for the school and its future. Thank you.
Good morning, staff, students, parents and board members. A year ago on this day we gathered together to farewell the graduating class of 2019 as they handed down the role of the senior year to us. We looked on as we prepared for the incredible 12 months ahead, anticipating our own farewell. Here today we are now ready to say our final goodbyes. Year 12 was a blur and has been a year of achievements and successes. Year 7 seemed like it was only a year ago. We have accomplished so much as a cohort. Our strong relationships with each other allowed us to get through the struggles of every assessment and exam and the constant calling up the night before an exam stressing about what we haven't studied. But we always helped each other and made it through in the end. We have made so many memories with each other, good, bad, funny and sad ones. These memories have shaped our friendships as they are today, and I am so grateful that I got to experience them. I would love to thank everyone that has been a part of our journey up until today, which is a large group to mention in the small amount of time that we have. To our teachers, who have been standing before us from the beginning. Our teachers that have constantly welcomed us and have strived to create a comfortable and safe environment for us all. Our teachers have been able to persist through the dramas in our grade and our interesting personalities. You have also managed to go above and beyond to give us the best experiences and memories possible as a year group. We have created memories that will remain with us forever. You have persevered through the many complaints about our ranks, asking for averages, begging for cahoots instead of real work, and asking you to repeat the question because we weren't really listening. Thank you for always putting up with our teenage ways, and we love you even though you always interrupt the conversations we are having with our friends during a lesson. I would also love to thank our incredible year coordinators, Mr. Nanu and Ms. Killick, who have given us so many opportunities to pursue our goals and also have fun this year. Thank you for all the hard work, time and effort you have put in our year, and despite all the stress we have put on you, we appreciate everything you have committed to our year. Thank you to our office ladies, Linda and Myrna, for being the mums of our school. You have dealt with all the drama and it amazes me how calm you are when we ask for a new tissue box every lesson. Thank you for always being there for us to have a laugh with. Miss Rania, we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for you. You truly are a gift to this school. No words can describe how much we appreciate your support throughout our years in this school, and we love you very much. To Mr. Foraker, thank you for all the opportunities you have given us to strive towards our goals and dreams in the future. Your continuous effort and optimism within this school has allowed it to grow into a much greater and happy environment. We are extremely grateful for you and all you have done for us. To the parents, thank you for raising the beautiful and respectful children that are graduating here today. Your constant support and love for your children has helped them grow and mature into young adults. To my parents, you have given me the greatest gift of all, an education. You've provided me with unconditional love and support, and I'm truly blessed to have you. And lastly, to Year 12, you guys are family. No amount of words can describe how much I appreciate every single one of you and how you have shaped my experiences at this school. The memories that we have made will remain with me forever. When our high school memories begin to fade, we won't remember the amount of years we spent together, but in the friendships that we made and the times we shared together. To the girls, over the years we have grown as a group, and I can truly call you my sisters. Who remembers the petty dramas we used to have? Now they are just distant memories. As we matured, our friendships became tighter, and were unbreakable. I won't forget our mum of the year, Jasmine, always bossing us around. I won't forget Lily's laugh and how it somehow manages to change into a different sound every time. The cousins, Nora, Solson, Dinah and Zainab, and also Lena and Nora, thank you for being there for me through everything and supporting me no matter what. Boys, let's just admit, the girls will always outpower you, and I don't mean with just our friendships, I mean physically too. To the boys, thank you for being our brothers. You managed to put a smile on the faces of every person in our year, every day. You made every day full of happiness and laughter. We are grateful for your friendships with us and your constant love, support and love. We love you guys a lot. But most importantly, we will never forget the approximately 20,000 hours spent at school from kindergarten to this day, in which we have forged some of the most amazing bonds between both peers and staff that will remain with us for the rest of our lives. I wish you all success in your lives in a lifetime full of happiness and joy. Thank you.
Welcome staff, board members, students and parents. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate this milestone with us. It's been a long 13 years, but this year has definitely felt the longest of them all. Because of this, it feels so great to be able to celebrate this moment. However, it is bittersweet. Today we say goodbye to many things. To chaotic canteen lines, to Mr. Oster's odd sayings and Mr. Foraker's long speeches, to lunches in the study room that were always filled with laughter, and most importantly, to each other. It's sad, but I'm glad to be able to share this experience with you all. Class of 2020, I'm incredibly grateful for all the memories you've helped create for me, the lessons I've learned because of you and alongside of you. Each of you have been a part of my everyday life for so many years, and having that change forever after today is heartbreaking. Having been a part of this school, being around my culture and religion with you all every day has helped shape me into the person I am now, and I'm thankful to each of you for that. You are all so amazing in your own way, and I'm lucky I was able to have had you as a part of my life. I'll miss the craziness, the loudness, and the questionable decisions that almost always landed us in trouble. I'll miss Musa's constant bullying, Lily's 1,000 different laughs, and the many gossip sessions we've had with each other. I wish nothing but success and happiness with whichever path you choose to take after high school. You each have so much potential, and I have faith you will achieve whatever you pursue in life. I love you. I would like to thank Mr. Foraker for all he has done for this school. Your determination has helped the school grow into something I'm so incredibly proud to be a part of. We know it's been a trying and stressful time, and I'm sure as a principal, this pandemic has taken a few years off your life. But the way you've handled all the obstacles this year is admirable, and we thank you for guiding us in these uncertain times. Your work is greatly appreciated, and I feel honored to have had you as my principal. To Rania, Mona, and Linda, your work behind the scenes is so valued. Thank you, Mona and Linda, for signing me in most mornings because I'm always late, and always telling me off for having my hair out. Thank you, Rania, for always leaving your door open to us for whenever we needed someone to talk to. You've always made me feel safe and welcome, and I knew I was able to ask you for anything. I also want to thank Ms. Habib. I cannot thank you and Rania enough for the work that went into today and Wednesday. You have always treated me as one of your own kids, comforting me when I was upset, and celebrating with me whenever I told you good news. You are all such amazing women that I was so lucky to have around since I started at this school. Thank you for everything. I would like to thank my teachers for all they have done for me, especially in these last 2 years. Dr. Push, I can't thank you enough for taking on a 1-student 4-unit class and teaching me for these last 2 years. You were always able to help me with whatever I needed, no matter how demanding the task was. Ms. Savas, we felt so lucky to have been taught by you this past year. You always gave us new ways to look at our texts and engaged us so that we were all able to do our best in English. Class with you was sometimes the best part of my day because it meant being able to joke around and have fun. Thank you for all that you have done for me in the class. We'll miss you so much. Mr. Oster, you are definitely my most memorable teacher. You always had the most unusual yet hilarious remarks for us, and our legal and economics classes always were fun and eventful. Mr. Anus, thank you for teaching us the importance of Islam and always being there for us. Finally, Mr. Harak, I knew our business studies classes weren't always the best to deal with, but you were a fantastic teacher. You always had useful resources that helped me so much through the year, and I'm grateful to have had you as my teacher. A big thank you to Mr. Nanu for his work this past year as our coordinator. You were always so helpful in whatever we needed, and with everything these last few months, you did as much as you could to make sure we were still able to enjoy our last year. Your work showed how much you cared for us, and we are so grateful for it. We can't thank you enough for all that you have done. Lastly, I'd like to thank my parents. These last 2 years have not been the easiest, but having you there by my side every step of the way has been a blessing. Thank you, Mama, for always holding me and calming me down whenever I felt overwhelmed and stressed. Thank you for driving me to school and back every day, even though it's a long drive. Thank you, Baba, for taking me on walks when I couldn't focus on studying, for listening to me go on and on about my day every single day, and for always talking some sense into me whenever I was stressed out. My main goal in life has always to make you both so proud, and I hope I achieve that. A final message to my cohort. I wish the best of luck with whatever you choose to do in life. I'm so proud of every one of you for making it to this moment. Year 12 is already hard enough, but much harder in a global pandemic. You should all be proud of yourselves, and I wish you the best of luck with your exams. Thank you.
Thank you, girls. And clearly you hit a raw nerve with some of your fellow students. Judging by the amount of tissues that have been floating around, Mr. Oster, you and I should have bought some shares in this Greenacre company. Would have made some money. But in all seriousness, I'd like to call upon our principal, Mr. Foraker, for the principal's address.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anastas, and I'd like to say a big welcome to Sheikh Jundi, our community sheikh, Dr. Asood, the chairman of our college board, members of our leadership team, teachers and Year 11 students, and the students who are watching our live stream today in classrooms. Today we're gathering to celebrate 13 years of schooling for the class of 2020. We'll thank them for the contribution they've made to our college, and we'll bid them farewell and God's richest blessings for the future. But I also, as been said before, want to give a big welcome to everyone who is joining us via our live stream. It's a sign of the times and how different and unusual the circumstances are this year. Whether you're in a classroom or in a lounge room, whilst you're not with us in person, I know that you are with us in spirit. So welcome to our special graduation assembly today. Several months ago, when it was on again, off again, on again, off again, and the government was giving us new notifications literally every day about what we could and couldn't do, we determined, Year 12, that we would do all we could to make sure we had events this week because we didn't want you to miss out. And I'm really thankful that we were able to do what we are doing today. And I want to add to the thanks that have already been given. I want to start off by thanking Mr. Nanu, Ms. Killick for your work throughout the year with Year 12, but also in putting together events for this week. I know the Year 12s really appreciate it, and it's been fantastic. To Rania Ibrahim, of course, Rania, it goes without saying what you are deeply loved by the students and the staff, and we thank you for your work. Mrs. Abir Habib and all of the college teachers and support staff who've worked so hard to ensure that this week has been a memorable one for Year 12 and that this event happened today. There's so much that's gone on behind the scenes. I really want to thank all those people and ask that we all join in thanking them. Well, we all know what a horror year it's been. For Year 12, their learning's been disrupted. They spent much of Term 1 at home doing online learning. There's been uncertainty about whether the HSC would even take place, whether universities would be able to offer places for the graduates of 2020. You have every right to say, as I said on Wednesday at our lunch, it's not fair and why us? But to your credit, you've taken it in your stride. You've just gotten on with it, and we really appreciate that. You've been a good example to the younger students. You've gone on without the dramas. And you've shown the students of the college what character, resilience and grit are. Year 12, we really thank you for that. And we really mean it. Well, as has become my custom in these graduation assembly talks, most of you were born in 2002. And what I'd like to do is tell you a few things about that year. In 2002, there were 50 million people around the world who used the internet. That was about 8% of the world's population. Today, there are 4.6 billion people, approximately, who use the internet, which is about 60% of the world's population. In 2002, petrol cost 69 cents a litre, although during the week I did buy petrol for 96 cents a litre, which is the cheapest that I've bought petrol in 20 years. So, how things have changed. They really have changed. In 1967, the world's largest computer memory was 1 gigabyte. And if you wanted to purchase 1 gigabyte of memory, it would have cost you $1 million. In 2002, you would have paid $12 per gigabyte. In 2020, it's 15 cents per kilobyte. How things have changed. In 2002, the average home computer in Australia had 512 megabytes of memory. That's about, I guess, approximately 100 photos worth. Today's home computer or laptop can comfortably store about 200,000 photos. In 2002, the world's population was about 6.3 billion people. In the NRL Grand Final, the Roosters beat the Warriors and Brad Fittler was the captain of the Roosters. The biggest event in the world in 2002, does anyone remember what it was? Of course not, because you were just born. Anyone out there remember what it was? It was the Soccer World Cup. Thank you, Mr. Oster. And a young player by the name of Ronaldo was the star of the tournament. In 2002, the euro became the official currency of the European Union. The Palestinian-Israeli conflict escalated and tens of thousands of people lost their lives, and there was a lot of unrest around the world. Apple released a revolutionary new music device called a next-generation iPod, and Sanyo released a mobile phone that actually had a camera in it. The technology experts at the time said it'll never take off. How wrong they were. New reports from the US National Academy of Sciences announced that global warming was on the rise. Sadly, that announcement didn't seem to spark anyone's interest. On the brighter side, the 3 most popular films for the year were Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, The Lord of the Rings and Spider-Man. The movie, interestingly, the 3 movies voted the worst were Scooby-Doo, Spy Kids and a really great classic called Thunderpants. The most popular toys were Bratz dolls, the styling salon version of course, the Spider-Man dual-action web blaster, the Rapunzel Barbie, and who can forget Beyblades and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The most popular TV show was a reality TV show called The Osbournes. I think they're getting another run. Friends, and of course, a controversial new reality show called Big Brother. The most popular music artists were Eminem, Jennifer Lopez and Avril Lavigne. And of course, 2002 gave us these wonderful students. I must say that I'm really impressed with what I've seen from you guys over the past 3.5 years. I would describe you as mischievous at times, but always generous, always appreciative of what's being done for you. On Wednesday at our luncheon, we saw the obvious affection, and we saw it in the tissues and tears 5 minutes ago, that you have for the staff and that the staff have for you. It's really lovely to see. In many ways, it's seeing those bonds that you have between each other and with the teachers that makes my role behind the scenes worthwhile. Year 12, thank you for saying g'day to me every time I come across the quadrangle and for brightening up my day. Well, Year 12s, I guess at the moment you're sort of in limbo. You're not yet old enough to vote, but you are old enough to drive a car. You're not yet old enough to legally participate in many activities, but you are old enough to work and earn a living. You're an adult, but you're not really kind of treated as one just yet. All around you, the images, movies and Instagram feeds are telling you the way you should be or need to be if you're going to make it. Facebook and Instagram will be telling you constantly if you want to be a success, and especially if you want to be happy, you need to do this or have that. You need to wear these clothes or own this kind of mobile. What you will learn is that the people you come to respect in life, Year 12, are the ones who actually go against that tide. The ones who make their own decisions and have the courage to believe in themselves, their faith, their morals and their values. Trust me, don't worry about what everyone else is trying to tell you to do or what everyone else is trying to sell you as the next best thing. Because I can promise you, if you give it a couple of months, it will have all moved on and the next big thing will have arrived and left the last one behind. While Instagram, Facebook, movies and magazines will convince you that everything is about you, that you are the centre of the universe, I need to say, Year 12, exactly the opposite is true. When you make serving others the centre of your life, then that's when you'll find real happiness and joy. For your HSC exams, you'll need to remember the work you've been taught so well by your wonderful teachers. However, just as important, some would argue more important, are the values and morals and teachings you've learnt here at your time during our Sadiq College. For ultimately, they are the things that last in your life. They are things such as faith, character, compassion, honesty, integrity, loyalty, perseverance, faithfulness, and a desire to make a difference in the lives of others. Year 12, please remember, if you remember nothing else that I say, things will never make you happy. I know I've used this little story at an assembly some time ago, but it's worth retelling. John Paul Getty Jr. III was an American magnate who at the time was the wealthiest person in the world. A young reporter asked him on the steps of his New York building, "Mr. Getty, with all of your wealth, what would make you truly happy?" His response was interesting. He said to the young reporter, "Son, give me your wallet." The young reporter took his wallet out and gave it to Mr. Getty. Mr. Getty looked the cameras down the barrel that were there, pulled a $1 note from the reporter's wallet and said, "Son, if you give me this $1, then I will be truly happy." He was making a point. He had learnt the hard way that money will never make him happy. He knew that it was an endless itch that can never be satisfied. Year 12, don't be like Mr. Getty and don't spend your life trying to acquire one more dollar. As you leave our Sadiq College, it is my hope and prayer that you'll remember what you've learnt here. Not just about the academics, not just about the syllabus, but what you've learnt here in terms of the faith, the morals and the values, the relationships, and all of those things that I said that last. and that those things will sustain you throughout your life. On behalf of the staff, I want to say we do hope that you prosper and we have a wonderful hope for the future. So Year 12, 2020, on behalf of the college community, I can say that you'll be in our thoughts and prayers over the next several weeks and months as your seasons change. Good luck and God's richest blessings now and for a wonderful future. Thank you, Year 12. The next part of the ceremony is one that I'm really excited about. I get to announce our college leaders for 2021. And I'm going to ask if our captains and vice captains for 2020 can come up onto the stage, and we're going to do a bit of a handover. I hope that speech wasn't too long, by the way, Lara. I want to thank these guys for what they've done for us over the past 12 months. We've said it a number of times now. It's been a really difficult year. And these guys haven't had it easy. And you guys, I want to thank you for the leadership you've had of our college, for the example you've been to our younger students. That's been greatly appreciated. As I said in my speech, real success in life is marked by a life of service to others. This is what our college captains do. They serve our college community. And I'm sure that our incoming captains and vice captains and SRC captains understand their role being servants of the college community. So it's with great pleasure that I can announce that our college captains for 2021, the male captain is Adam Merez. Our female captain for 2021, Christina Mahmood. Our college vice captains for 2021, our male vice captain, Jacob Tamer. Our female vice captain, Daniela Carla. Our SRC captains for 2021, male SRC captain Khalil Garib. Our female SRC captain Kamli Ibrahim. Will you please join with me in congratulating together our captains for 2021 and thanking our captains 2020.
Thank you, Mr. Foraker, and congratulations to our incoming captains. Our next item is a surprise for Year 12. This person needs no introduction. Let's just play the video.
And I have so many wonderful memories of all of you. You each have a bright and wonderful future ahead of you. I wish you all the best to your own.
I don't think we heard any of that, did we? I think you went something like, I think he was trying to congratulate you and well done, I think you said. Unless we're going to play the video again. Do I get a signal? No, I don't. Still no signal. Are we playing? Okay, we're going to move on. This is the beauty of live TV. All those movies and sitcoms that you get to see that are perfect, they take days and days and weeks to happen. We're doing it live, so we're moving on. Okay. Our next item is a presentation, a visual presentation, and this one is prepared by Yasmin El-Masri, Alia Sharma and Layla Hassan. Enjoy.
Boys, they're graduating! Ask for money and get advice. Ask for advice, get money twice. I'm from the dirty, but that Chico nice. Y'all call it a moment, I call it life.
One day while the light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I just wanna feel this moment.
Miss Worldwide, Christina Aguilera. Oye, mamita, dale, que la cosa está arriba. Reporting live from the tallest building in Tokyo. Long way from them hallways. It was O's and O's. They counted always. Real fat all day. Now baby we can parlay. Oh baby we can party. She read books, especially about red rooms and tie-ups. I got her hooked, cause she see me in a suit with a red tie tied up. Rita Gris, nice to meet you. But time is money. Only difference is I own it. Now let's stop time and enjoy this moment.
One day while the light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I just wanna feel this moment.
Now make dollars, I mean billions. I'm a genius, I mean brilliance. The streets was schooled them and made them slicker than slick with the ruler. I've lost a lot and learned a lot, but I'm still undefeated like Shula. I'm far from cheap. I break down companies with all my peeps. Baby, we can travel the world and I can give you and all you can see. Time is money, only difference is I own it. Like a stopwatch, let's stop time and enjoy this moment, darling.
One day when my light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I just wanna feel this moment. I've been thinking about you and how we used to be then, back when it didn't There's nothing left to say, it's always another day. Just you and me tonight, everything will be okay. If it's alright with you, then it's alright with me. Baby, let's take this time, let's make you memories. You remember, all of the times we remember, all of the times we bring it back, let's bring it back, let's bring it back, let's bring it back, let's bring it back. Yo, Jay, sing to these ladies. So long since you've been missing. It's good to see you again. How you doing? And how about we don't let this happen again? There's nothing left to say. It's always another day. Just you and me tonight. Everything will be okay. If it's alright with you, then it's alright with me. Baby, let's take this time. Let's make you memories. Do you remember? All of the times we remember. Do you remember? All of the times we bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Yo, hey girl, yo, bring back to the time when you and me had just begun. When I was still your number one. Well, it might seem far-fetched, baby girl, but it can't be done. I got this feeling, fire blazing, and it hot just like the sun. Know you feel it too, my girl, just breathe up, man, the good vibes run. Girl, take a sip of the champagne, take a little trip down my lane, my girl. Wildin' out every night, I will feel alright. I can tell you this, girl, that's my world. Not change, I'm not rearrange, hey girl, I'ma tell you this straight, that's my word. I'm here, say you want come kiss this girl, cause you miss this, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Word, girl.
There's nothing left to say. It's always another way. You and me tonight. It'll be okay. If it's alright with you, then it's alright with me. Baby, let's take this time. Let's make memories. You remember. All of the times we remember. All of the times we
Written in these walls are the stories that I can't explain. I leave my heart open, but it stays right here empty for days. She told me in the morning she don't feel the same about us in her bones. Seems to me that when I die, these words will be written on my stone. And I'll be gone, gone tonight. The ground beneath my feet is open wide. The way that I've been holding on too tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. Written on these walls are the colors that I can't change. Leave my heart open, but it stays right here in its cage. I know that in the morning now, see us in the light upon the hill. Although I am broken, my heart is untamed still. And I'll be gone. Fire beneath my feet is burning bright. The way that I've been holding on so tight, with nothing in between. The story of my life, I'll take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm in time. It's frozen. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. And I've been waiting for this time to come around. But baby, running after you is like chasing the clouds. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm. The story of my life, I give her hope. I spend her love until she's broke inside. The story of my life. The story of my life. The story.
No. Truly, thank you very much to Yasmin, Alia and Layla for putting that together. So year 12, I think you should congratulate them again. A collage of beautiful faces, I guess, is what we should say. Well done. Okay, so the next item on my run sheet is the roast. Now, it doesn't specify if it's a chicken roast or a lamb roast, but judging by the names I'm going to call out, I have a sneaky suspicion it's going to be a teacher roast. The first teacher roast, I'd say. Now, like all good caricature artists who take a particular feature of a person's face and exaggerate it to ridiculous proportions, be prepared to hear exaggerations and things stretched a little further than the actual truth. Our protagonists for the teacher roast, who have been preparing for 2 years, are Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. Sorry, my apologies. Now, let's try that one again. Musa Ali and Jacob Mustafa.
Sir, just wait for your turn.
Well gone, fam. I'll start off by saying Anas has been looking forward to this for 3 years now, not 2. All right, lads and girls and teachers, welcome teachers and all others attending the Year 12 roast. Usually, the roast is conducted by teachers on the students. However, this year, teachers seem to be too lazy to conduct the roast on the students. So, me and Jake have decided on the notion, thanks Mr. Eve for drilling that word into our heads, of doing a roast on the teachers. So as Mr. Oster would say, take a ticket, guys. Warning, for legal reasons, this is all jokes, and what's being said today may or may not have meaning. As I am the first speaker here, and I've dropped a tease in my introduction, why don't we start off with the English department? It would be best to start from the bottom, so take it away, Jacob.
Miss Sarah.
Is over there, everyone?
Although our time with Miss Sarah has been short-lived, but nonetheless, it's been somewhat enjoyable. No worries, Miss, we can do it nicely. We haven't had the privilege of being taught by Miss Sarah, either by the worst or best, but most likely the worst. However, we've been told by the inside that Miss Sarah isn't allowed to be the butt of the joke. Otherwise, she'll begin to become annoyed and report you to Ms. Dayub. Isn't that right, Koda? As Koda has painfully experienced. Or never put your phone on her table, otherwise she'll cry and leave the classroom. Isn't that right, Dawich?
Moving on to the next English teacher. Sadly, she isn't here. Where's the camera? Miss Savas. I'm looking at you, miss. I'll get right to the point. We're sorry to have to tell you this, miss. However, we've always thought of you as a Karen. If you don't know what a Karen is a woman who believes she has the most privilege and was always asked to speak to the manager. It isn't her personality that makes her a Karen, but her haircut. She's got a bob cut, which signifies the look of a Karen. And with that hairstyle comes her sharp tongue, which Jaffa has had continuous encounters with. One time in English, Jaffa proceeded to walk late and get blasted by Miss Savas. She proceeded to tell him he had no human decency and he needed to grow up. Bit harsh, miss, isn't it? Now we have the Don, Mr. Tim Sutherland. There's only one way to describe Mr. Sutherland. That's a man with glasses who really knows his way around the wood tech room. There aren't much rules in his class apart from do work and no phones. Sutherland has changed more throughout the years in a better way. Back in year 11, you couldn't breathe in his class without him having yelled at you. I've never seen a man who could change his emotions so quickly. He could go from being joyful to bloody furious. Alright, my HSC senior students. In the exam, make sure you define, then they'll be screaming outside. A year 8 would get thrown out of the music room. He'd stop and he'd start screaming, "Why are you guys outside? Huh? You come into my class now and sit down. You haven't done anything. Well, you're disturbing my class, so there's the start. Now sit down and do your work." Disturbing my HSC senior students. Sorry about that. He really did despise that year 8 year.
Hey, so I'm allowed to take off my cap? Now for Kermit Mr. Pillay. the daddy long legs of teaching. Now, I'm not legally allowed to roast Mr. Pillay, otherwise he'll report me to Mr. Forekam for being disrespectful. Come on, sir, take a joke once in a while. Passing next, we have Amber Mannix. Amber. Don't worry, miss, I'll eventually look at the syllabus. All those dot points, one day I'll look at them. And who knows, maybe if you tell us to do the correct PDHB exam question one more time, maybe next time I'll remember the past 800 times you already told us. But let's not forget the times we will promise crack every single double lesson after trials. Never happened. Not once. We had practically once in the 5 weeks after. Lied to us, miss. But on a positive note, you did manage to do a good job in keeping our hopes up, to actually do the work, even though we were working for a reward that was never coming.
Mr. Nanu. Whoa. Sorry, we didn't have anything to roast him on because he's so bored.
Whoa. Hold on, Musa. Let me mark the roll. I swear, if I had $1 for every time Mr. Ali said that, I'd be richer than Mr. Oster and Lara combined. And what makes it worse is the fact that it looks like a default video game character. It's just straight-faced. And sir, for your information, we're not taking advantage of Jaffa's kindness. Just doesn't... It's me again?
Hold the phone, or should I say the weights? Because up next is the gymnast, the bicep builder, the tank, John Yanni Anastas. Got a bit of sweat coming down your forehead, sir. Year 9 and 10 maths. What a 2-year course that was. Screaming at us for failing exams, screaming at Jaffa for making jokes in class, screaming at Daniel Dayoub because he never did the work, screaming at Jamil for not studying, and screaming at me and Jacob for singing halfway there, every time we're halfway through the work. You know the song? We're halfway there. Oh, we're living on a prayer. That one, yeah. Yep, those were the good times. Especially good when he used to tell us the story after every exam. Same process every time. Well, guys, what do we do from here? Glasses tilted slightly down looking at those who failed. I gave you guys 4 weeks to study, and you guys give me 60 and 50%. Well, there are 2 plus sides. No one failed, and someone got 100%. That was me. Well, I'm going to start handing out the exams, start preparing the tissues. He would chuck dirties at those anyone that did bad. He had this certain look at everyone who did bad and failed in the exam. One time, Jamil failed and proceeded to chuck him dirties every time he saw him that week. Mr. Anastas, out of every teacher, held grudges for the longest. Anastas has 2 theories. Have you guys heard them? The bucket theory and the house theory. After every exam, he'd tell one theory. The bucket theory goes as follows. Every time you fail an exam, you take a job out of that bucket. Failed year 9 math, there goes doctor. Failed year 9 English, there goes lawyer. Eventually, the more you fail, you're left with 3 jobs. Garbologist, plumber, and electrician. This would happen after every exam.
Now, for the man who taught me every single day throughout my year 11 and 12 experience, Dr. Push is not here. All I have to say is a lot of great memories in class. Some about me, some about Musa, most about Jaffa. And let's face it, sir, your English, definitely not the best. But we can't forget how we've just adapted to your hand movements, you know. Every time you do... We can't forget about the... So we know what the go is, even when you just go, Jacob! And so when you look at me and you call me, you go, I know you want me to put on my headphones. But so let's face it, without my headphones, no one will do any work in math class. But sir, all in all, I have to do nothing but appreciate you. You helped me pass 3 unit. That's mad. I got 16% last year. Mom, do you hear me? I passed 3 unit.
Miss Paps. Harula Sirius Papapandos. We call her that because it's always about the work. We're never allowed any breaks. From day one, it's always work, work, work. And then she wonders why we punched a hole in the wall or put food in the castle. You're probably the reason Stove started, miss. Like, seriously, miss, let us watch a movie or get free time now and then. Honestly, how serious can one teacher be? I've never met a teacher who actually teaches in homeroom. Until I met Miss Paps. Like, how long can one teacher keep a class in homeroom? And now it's time for Natish. Thanks for the backup, Jaffa. Our business saviour. We lost Batur, Miss Paps' favourite colleague.
Hey, miss, isn't that your best friend?
We lost that one Turkish guy, but we gained something even more valuable. The contest representative, Mr. Harak. Harak talks about contests non-stop. Harak loves contests. Lesson after lesson after lesson. He always talks about it. Okay, guys. Today we are going to learn about the operation strategies of contests. The key features of this are interdependence and cost leadership. Please, guys, in your exams, you need to talk about how this relates to contests. And that's another thing. After every exam, our exams are always being double marked. Guys, I've marked your assignments, but they're currently being double marked by Mr. Oster. You should get them by the end of the week. I swear, sir, every time you told us it was being double marked, I wanted to steal your green jacket. You all know the jacket, right? Miss Dayub, the pioneer of English. Miss Dayub's favourite word is notion. She'll try and put the word notion in every one of her sentences. The notion of the hypocrisy, inconsistency and paradoxes are prevalent through John Proctor. Don't worry, miss, they're still drilled into my head. A fun fact about Miss Dayub is, she could talk the leg off a chair. She would say here every lesson, especially when watching movies. She would pause the movie and proceed to explain the significance of a certain scene and then say, sorry guys, I could talk the leg off a chair. If you think that was bad, you're wrong. There was nothing, and I mean nothing, scarier than hearing her high heels come from the corridor. You know when she heard those high heels, there was loads of work to do.
And now from the big man, Mr. Oster. The only person who knows how to find more drama than your Hollywood studio. So we're gonna miss your strange analogies that no one gets, like bigger than Ben-Hur. What does that mean, sir? Or rarer than a pork chop in a synagogue. Sir, come on. And our random nicknames like Jacko and Mr. Magoo and Big JD. So you're embarrassing us. As well as how nosy this man is, oh. And let's not forget the favourite chair that always stretches so far back. It'll creak so loud, no matter how loud the class is, that creak's going louder than everything. Or the sneeze that'll be heard from the whole school. Shake me out of my chairs. And boy, do we love it when something sketchy's going on the playground and he'll proceed to try to record it without thinking we're not knowing. So we always know. We just don't care enough to stop. He'll use the excuse that, oh, I'm sorry guys, my phone's broken, I'm trying to fix it. While the camera's pointed towards us.
Oster was a special teacher, especially on excursions. Isn't that right, Jamil? You guys know the story of the Google excursion? Elevator, Google excursion. Jamil rocks up late to the excursion. We have a tour guide. Big nod on the KFC, Jamil. Why are you late? Proceeded to tell the instructor, Jamil, big JD. Late for the excursion, that's why we're late. Big nod on the KFC. Couple of zinger stackers last night. Don't worry, sir, we still love you.
This man proceeded to let the whole city know that Jamil had KFC the night before the excursion. The whole city.
Well, I guess that's it. That's the roast done. Nobody teacher was roasted, most because he had nothing on you guys. I know I had fun, and I know Jacob did as well. It was nerve-wracking up here for sure. That's probably why I've gotten red in the face. I look like Mr. 4AK in assembly. Sorry I didn't have to have a dig at the principal. Thank you all for attending the roast. Can't wait to see you all in Bankstown, you bunch of Arabs. One last time, lads. Oh, walaka laka 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 laka!
Very funny, boys. I can't read my notes now because I've got so many tears in my eyes. But it's very funny, especially about the other teachers. It's very good. Okay, back to being serious. Our next, I'd like to re-invite Mr. Wanus back up to the microphone to recite a blessing. Mr. Wanus.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل النهار يطلبه حثيثا والشمس والقمر والنجوم مسخرات بأمره إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشي الليل النهار يطلبه حثيثا والشمس والقمر والنجوم مسخرات بأمره ألا له الخلق والأمر تبارك الله رب العالمين ادعوا ربكم تضرعا وخفيا إنه لا يحب المعتدين ولا تفسدوا في الأرض بعد إصلاحها وادعوه خوفا وطمعا إن رحمة الله قريب من المحسنين صدق الله العلي العظيم. الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين والحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله. God bless you all. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Wanus. Ladies and gentlemen, students, guests, this concludes our Year 12 graduation assembly. I'd like to thank the people behind the scenes that made all this possible. A big thanks goes to Mr. Issa Habib from JC Vision, who helped the school significantly with sorting out some technical issues that we had, and of course for running the live stream. Thank you very much, Mr. Habib. To our Year 12s, good luck, God bless, Salam alaikum. Thank you very much. All that's left to say now is, Zach, let's begin the drumming.